Tunisia, the little jewel of North Africa, a proud country that bathes its shores in the Mediterranean and at the same time opens the door to the vast Sahara. A place that one must see with one's eyes and feel with one's heart. In 2021, an event marked the beginning of something big. After many years of absence from major motorsport competitions, the Fenix Rally has proven that there is no better place for those looking for the challenge of desert racing. And in 2022, Fenix is upgrading and attracting attention with more racing days, more kilometers, more dunes, and more adrenaline. Such an event would be unthinkable without the support of the state, as for any such competition of this rank. The collaboration between several ministries and one of the most experienced organisers of cross-country races in Europe, RBI Sport, has made this year's competition eagerly awaited.
We thank Rally Fenix to think about Tunisia last year. It's very important, the first edition, in a period of COVID, and maybe it's the second mechanic sport big event after Dakar last year.
It's an alchemy between sport, arts and adventure. So that's why we like this rally.
Tunisia is a partner of motorsports between so many years. We had lots of big rally, and now we are very happy to have a rally like Fenix Rally, a big rally, and we hope that it will be much bigger and important in this sport in the world.
The hosts had taken care of the warm welcome of the competitors and organisers in the first hours of the reviving bivouac in the capital of Tunisia. One of the most important events on the eve of each race is the first briefing of the pilots. Latest clarifications and instructions that must ensure the safe conduct of the race.
I think we have prepared the rally in a great way. Fenix Rally 2022 is very different than the first edition from last year. We have one more stage. We are starting in Tunis, which is the capital of Tunisia, and we have more kilometers, a lot of more sand, and I'm really expecting to have a great event, and I thank Tunisia and the Tunisian people for welcoming us so warm.
All the energy of preparation for the start of the race has its culmination, the passage under the arch and the official start of the Fenix Rally 2022, a moment that has been expected by competitors for many months. The beginning of the African Rally Raid season is given. The first day of the race involved a serious movement of the caravan of 558 kilometers, including 2 high-speed sections with a total length of nearly 100 kilometers. The day was not hot, but the sun slightly hinted that even in cool March it would be a worthy opponent of anyone who dared to challenge the desert. The bikes were the first to taste the speed sections provided for the first day. The column set foot in the first challenge, the beautiful beach of Hammamet, and had to cope with a seemingly small, but as it turned out challenging few kilometers along the Mediterranean coast. The best time of the day was given by the Italian Cristian Pastori, who also topped the standings in the class.
Today is quite difficult because the first part is very slippery, but I run very good, and then the second stage is very well, it's very fast, and I like it.
The day was also good for South African Matthew Gerd, who was 1 minute and 55 seconds behind the winner.
It was good. I did not expect second place. I was just trying to really focus on navigating, not making mistakes, paying off at the end. It was really fast at the beginning. I'm not ideal for this bike, but the turns were good and I made no mistakes, so yeah.
Jacobi Miquel from France was very close to the second position. However, 2 minutes and 16 seconds behind the winner gave him third position. Thus, after the first stage, which formed the temporary ranking of the class, the first 10 are in contrast to a little over 8 minutes. Shortly after their two-wheeled cousins, the ATVs took to the track for their challenge. The Frenchmen Nicolas and Gaetan Martinez immediately resembled the legendary brothers Patronelli, but in Tunisian context. The two were unreachable for the others, set the pace in the class, and applied for a place on the podium in a week's time. The faster of the two was Nicolas, who grabbed the stage victory.
The first stage was good for me, but I was also lucky. However, the rally is long, so we will see what happens in the end.
Gaetan Martinez was 1 minute and 21 seconds behind.
Quite nice stage, very fast, small tunes, that was quite nice. Long beats was very nice. High speed and quite tricky, a lot of small holes of boats to avoid, so very nice stage.
Latvian Adomas Kancierius finished only 13 seconds slower than the second placed.
The first stage was very fast, about navigation tricks, so beautiful landscape and ocean screen, so very nice. Tunisia looks good.
The Bulgarian Vasil Tomov who arrived in Tunisia with the intention of a final victory, started the day well in the first speed section, but in the second he was shown a red light. Damage and sinking in the sand near Douz led to the collapse of the last place in the standings.
Everything was great during the first selective section. I was on third place after it, trailing around 25 seconds from the leader. The second selection also started well, but after 60 kilometers I had a technical problem. After that I lost my GPS. Then I got stuck in the dunes and I was pulled off. But the recovery vehicle dropped me at the asphalt road. It was a miscommunication between the words truck and road. Because of this I missed 3 points and now I am 1 hour and 20 minutes from the first.
Thus the small but extremely combative group of ATVs will have to turn their attention to the second stage. In one of the most numerous classes in the second edition of the Fenix Rally, that of SSV machines, the battle was no less contested. This is a category that offers more than anything to those who love both high speeds and the titanic battle with sand dunes. Here too, the French showed excellent form after the crew of the two Benoits, La Pietre and Benefoy, showed great form since the beginning of the race. Their time turned out to be unattainable for the others, which made them the first stage winners in the class.
It was very nice, good speed and a small sound with very nice.
Each of the next 5 crews was on a Can-Am machine, but the fastest in this group was the Estonian Chris Menema, who finished 1 minute and 16 seconds behind the leader. The third place on the first day was for the Pole Adam Kush, who on the second day will have to compensate for the deficit of just over 2 minutes from the leader of the group. a true classic in motorsports. And this class is also full of victory-hungry raid masters. And with well-prepared machines. The Estonian victory slipped in the SSV class, but was more than definite in the open class cars. Manama's exclusive Century Racing CR6 looked and proved to be a major favourite to win the rally. Like a beautiful blue spaceship, the Estonian crew literally flew through the sections and gave the best time.
We happened to be the fastest car yesterday, and the first stage was very short and very easy. It was mostly flat out, and the second one was already nice and dusty and bumpy.
Ronald Scholderman is one of the veterans in the RBI Sport Rally and is often among the fastest on the track. So it was in the first stage of this year's edition of the Fenix Rally. His pace was slower than that of the winner, but it was enough for second place, with 3 minutes and 18 seconds behind Manama. Another Dutch driver, Riens Hofstra, also recorded an excellent performance on the first day, and after skillful driving and good navigation, he finished third. A new day with the second stage will be a new chance for everyone to show the best of themselves and their machines. The big boys are always one of the most attractive in any desert rally. The second edition of the Fenix Rally is no exception, in which we have some really impressive cars on the track. The fastest on the first day was the crew led by William van Groningen. His great Iveco passed without any problems through the two speed sections and is positioned as the big favourite for the victory. Another Dutch crew, that of Alexander Kot, gave a second time with the other big green car, but with the DAF brand. However, this happened more than 9 minutes behind after the crew unexpectedly burst a liaison tyre between the two sections. Third place for the day was won by the German group led by Ralf Britz, who led his man through the dunes in an excellent way. The first day of the Fenix Rally was a real treat, for the eye of the fan, but also for the hearts of the hundreds of athletes and their crews. But this is just a good start. There are still many kilometers of sand and adrenaline until the final award ceremony.